Discovering Bavaria, Angels, Eagles, Frozen Feet, and Beer-Making Monks. In August 2022, I found myself slap bang in Eastern Bavaria, reconnecting with a friend I hadn't seen in 30 years. As her love for her home state was palpable, she made it her mission to show me around, including a few gems off the beaten track. Of all the places we went, it was the Hall of Liberation in Kelheim that affected me the most. As I approached the magnificent monument soaring into the air, the beauty of the building astounded me. The cream facade rising against the blue sky, the perfectly rounded shape sporting statues representing the various Germanic tribes, the columns nestled into the rotunda. It all came together in perfect aesthetic pleasure. But it was what I found inside that truly took my breath away. There are a total of 34 angels in the rotunda, and walking into the building, I could feel their power. The angels, or goddesses of victory, hold bronze shields that bear the battle names of the wars of liberation. These spectacular women are carved entirely from marble, holding hands in a silent circle of power. I have a mild obsession with domed ceilings, and this one was nothing less than spectacular. The entire experience was one that I won't forget anytime soon. One rainy morning, we headed off to Falkenhof Schloss in Riedenburg, a privately run falconry located in the Rosenberg Castle. We wandered around, marveling at the exquisite birds who gazed right back at us, preparing for the show they were about to star in. I loved the beauty of the bald eagle and marveled at the strength and respect it demanded. The birds are free to come and go as they please, and the center helps in the preservation and creation of habitats for many species of birds of prey. The show was incredible, and as a vegetarian and animal lover who does not participate in any form of cruelty, I could see that the birds enjoyed performing as much as we enjoyed watching them. I was also taken with the ugly old vulture who made me laugh as he wandered through the crowd. A few days later, we headed out on a 6-kilometer hike from Kelheim towards Weltenberger Kloster, a Benedictine monastery situated on the Danube River. It was a beautiful walk, some along the Danube, some high above the iconic river. The crossing to the monastery is, in and of itself, an experience and costs €1.50 per person to take the short trip across the swiftly flowing Danube. The boats can be called with a sharp whistle from visitors waiting on the riverbank. The monastery is impressive, as it stands alone on the bank of the Danube and is considered to be the oldest monastic brewery in the world. Who doesn't love drunk monks? First, we grabbed a wonderful lunch of Obatsta, a traditional Bavarian meal of camembert and butter, seasoned with paprika, salt, pepper, and beer, a delicious potato soup, a beautiful caraway seed bread, and of course, beer. The rain came down as we huddled under an umbrella, taking turns holding the handle as we devoured the delicious food brought by a waitress in traditional garb. The rain let up some, and we headed into the monastery's brewery for a tour and a little more of the amber liquid before popping into the chapel before we left. I was not prepared for what I found. It is one of the most unique and breathtaking churches I've ever seen. But unfortunately, my camera didn't do it justice. At the end of my time in Germany, my friend took me to visit the Bavarian forest, a particular favorite of hers. On the way, we stopped at a glass-blowing store in Maut. The glassblower explained that the art is slowly dying in Germany. With gas and energy prices continuously rising and the high cost of the trade, younger Germans are choosing more financially viable and less complicated professions, allowing the art of glassblowing to die. As I watched him create a few birds and a fish, it saddened me that the beauty of this skill was coming to an end. The Bavarian National Forest is only about 1/3 of the entire park, which spans 2 countries. The other 2/3 is located in the Czech Republic and is exquisitely named the Bohemian Forest. After winding our way through beech, fir, and spruce trees on the treetop walk, we made our way up the 44-meter-high conical tree tower. Although my knees were not particularly happy, the view from the top was spectacular and definitely worth the climb. Then it was time to head into the forest's animal sanctuary. We saw many different types of birds, passed some wild pigs, and thoroughly enjoyed the show that an otter put on for us through underground windows built into his pond. The highlight of the visit was a bear couple who put on quite a show for us. We saw the male bear first, watching him closely and following him along the fence line as he foraged for food. Then Mama Bear came out to play, boogieing on down with a good scratch against a tree before looking up at us as if we were dinner. I can't say I blame her. Our final act before returning home was to sample a little Kneipp hydrotherapy in freezing cold water. German Catholic priest Sebastian Kneipp discovered that water could cure many ailments when applied through various methods, temperatures, and pressures. The wooden barriers built in crystal clear mountain pools near Spiegelau provide a walkway through sub-zero water, and despite being very good for blood circulation, I did not enjoy the slow walk through the water. My friend had claimed that I would be frozen and happy after the experience, and although I hate to admit it, especially after my salty language as I moved through the cold water, it did feel good once the pain subsided and I made it back to the other side. A few days later, I said goodbye to Bavaria and began my long journey back home to Canada. I hope you all enjoyed my jaunt through southern Germany. Until next time, auf Wiedersehen.